Well, hello. How are you guys? Welcome to the live. Uh, Welcome to all the people. To Eliza Ayus Resam Jang Kumar. Okay. Welcome to you all. So, how are you guys? How are you guys feeling today? So, how are you guys feeling today? Today is Sunday. Love warm hugs. Yes, hi to you. Rocky also joined. Hi to you also. Yes, I remember by the name Rocky. I had a friend named Rocky. He was a gym trainer from Kathmandu. He was a friend of mine. He named Rocky because he was a fan of Sanjay Dutt. The film named Rocky. I think haven't you have watched or not? The film played by Sanjay Dutt, a Bollywood artist, famous Bollywood artist. He was so fan that he kept his name Rocky. Well, Lily, yes, thank you for following me. I will follow you later. So yes, today I am also here with a topic regarding to yesterday's research. So yesterday's research was about a pattern. Day after yesterday's was about consonant and dissonant sound. So let me briefly describe about consonant and dissonant sound again. Well, consonant is a sound which is ear to hear, and dissonant is a sound which is not ear to hear. So consonant and consonant sounds make dissonant consonant also, and dissonant sound makes consonant and dissonant sound also. And there are two types of melody: linear melody and chordal melody. So linear melody might be consonant melody, dissonant melody, and chordal likewise. So we talked about yesterday about patterns. What were patterns? The patterns are composed of these components, so-called consonant and dissonant sounds. I've described about and gave examples about those patterns yesterday. So I'm going to talk about how these patterns are formed, how they work together, how these chordal and linear melody works together as a pattern. What is the secret behind this pattern? So I am here with my guitar. So let's talk about first the consonant sound and dissonant sound, how the consonant sound sounds and how the dissonant sound sounds. I'll take a simple chord. So this is a consonant sound. And a consonant vocal melody. And a dissonant sound, choral sound. This is a dissonant choral sound. So I took consonant sounds. So it is producing a consonant sound. Last time I gave a consonant and a dissonant sound, which produced a consonant sound, and a dissonant and a consonant sound, which produced dissonant and dissonant sound, which produced consonant sound. So again, so this is a dissonant sound producing a consonant sound. Both these sound that I gave a dramatic presentation. So without the chordal and the linear harmony, a pattern is not formed. A pattern is described as a motive of creating some vibes while music is created. So how this works? I gave yesterday about these examples about patterns. Let me demonstrate about that. The same pattern I gave yesterday. So it sounds like Eastern classical. Yes, I'm taking Eastern classical vocal over here. The same pattern. Some sound might be different, but it's like a Eastern classical that I took yesterday. Again, I'll take the sound. This is a consonant sound. This is a different sound. Different sound. So this was the mostly equivalent to yesterday's pattern I took. So how this works? Let's start again. The topic was how to establish such a pattern in a way that it may sound somewhat good to hear, though they might be dissonant or though they might be consonant sounds that I produce and that the guitar is producing. So again, so here I took a chord and changed to another chord. It is called passing or neighboring chords from this chord to change to this chord. So this is a passing chord. This is also a passing chord, and which changes to a same chord, and thus it is known as also known as passing chords. And then again I change to this chord. So the same rule is applied over here. It is known as the starting point and the ending point, and the middle notes are as like you want to play. Yes, as like you want to play. The middle notes can go anywhere. Let me demonstrate again. I'll try the different middle notes, middle chords, and middle passing chords or notes. So I took different two passing middle notes and again came back to the same chord. Again I'll try again. So let me put back together all these chords again. So the last note I took. So it is known as the turnarounds. So I ended this pattern in a turnaround. Mostly the turnaround might be the maybe would be should be the seventh note, the major seventh note, mostly because it will sound like a turnaround notes. It is likely to present the seventh note as a turnaround notes. It turnaround notes are very important to end a pattern. Yes, it is very important to end a pattern. So let me demonstrate again about another pattern. So remember one thing: starting note, middle note, ending note is very important, and turnarounds are also very important while composing the music. So there are, let me remind you one thing: there are two types of music. One is of your own self, one is of others. Others create their own type of music. You tend to try. You tend to create your own type of music. So learning others music is also very important, and creating your own music also very important, because creating is very important. Copying is also important. Yes, if you tend to uh, 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 play others instrument or vocal, anything that you choose, that is copying or mimicking. So creating is also a very different topic. Mimicking and creating, very different. Yes, these two things are very different. Mimicking means to try to copy others uh, artist, that is mimicking. That might sound very same to the artist that you are trying to mimic. It might be your country's own artist, it might be your foreign artist, but it might be your own friend who is near you, trying to jam up with you. Yes, and creating your own music is also very important. Creation means what is the music inside you. Every people has the different vibes of music inside them. Yes, every people has different types of vibes inside them. So if you try to create this music that you have inside you, tends to retain your music knowledge. Yes, tends to retain your music knowledge. Others music also helps to understand how they are working on their music field. They tend to show their creation. So as a musician or any field you are, you must create something. A software engineer, most important achievement is he creates something new. A engineers, building engineers creation is that he creates a fine and stable monuments. It might be bridges, it might be houses, it may be roads and even gardens. Yes, that what a person must have an ability as a field he chooses. Creation. Yes, a writer must create his own uh, poems, stories, anything he chooses, but he knows how creation must be made through his own logical thought. So let's move to the topic about the patterns. Let me give you an example about second pattern, the same that I gave yesterday. How it works. So you understand middle notes, starting notes, ending notes, and the turnaround notes. So let me demonstrate about the same, not the same, but likewise pattern that I took yesterday. So I took a different over here. So it is like an ending point. So let's listen again. Da, ra, 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 da, ra, 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 da, So I took here a ending note. Ending note, it is a different note, it ends in different pattern. So here was the turnaround note, this was the turnaround note. This turnaround note tends to change to this ending note. So let me revise this pattern again. Ta ra ra, ta ra 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 ra, ta ra ra, ta ra 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 ra, ta ra ra, ta ra 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 ra, ta 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 ra 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 ra. So this is the second pattern. I changed a ending note over here. Yes, I changed the ending note over here because ending note might differ from different composition. In previous, I took the same ending note following the turnaround note. But here I took different turnaround note. The turnaround note was different. It was if it is the related to the first note I took, it is the minor second. So if it is the related to the ending note, it is the sixth note, minor sixth note. It is the sixth note. Ta, ra, ta, let's not say it's minor sixth. Yes, it is minor sixth. Ta, ra. So in previous pattern I took the major seventh, and in the second pattern I took the uh, minor sixth. Or if it is the related to the first chordal pattern, is the minor second, ending to the fifth note, ending to the fifth harmony, fifth related chord to the first related chord. The first related chord was this one. So let me again say why these chords are related. So in a music there are scales. Yes, I am going thoroughly about patterns, about briefly describing these patterns. This seventh note, this sixth note, the first note, the second minor, this third, the middle note, these turnarounds, this first note, these ending note. I'm describing about these. So in a pattern or in a melody or in a song, there are scales. Yes, there are scales. Regarding these scales, the patterns are made. So in the first pattern, this is the first chord. This is the minor second. This is the major second, and I took again to the first chord. Then I went to, yes, it is the minor third. Then I went to the major third. Then to the major second, minor second, and to the first chord or the first note. So this is like, let me start again. It sounds like this, only the bass note. So if you want to study or make your own compose, you must be familiar with scales. So let me take a C major scale. So this is a C major scale. So you can create melody, chordal harmony with these scales. So the chords, the patterns I took was a odd pattern. Yes, it is odd pattern. I haven't studied which scales or ragas I have taken, because there are thousands of ragas in Eastern pattern. So regarding these ragas, different vibes I've given. So I haven't studied these ragas deeply. There are scales or genres like blues. These are also a kind of ragas in Western pattern. So I haven't related or talk about these ragas. I took my own creation as a musician. So uh, 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 you might learn about these ragas and create your own uh, ragas or these so-called blues, jazz. You can create your own music likewise. So there are different forms of music, blues, jazz. There are different type of ragas relating to morning shift, evening shift, day shift, night shift. These ragas. I took a similar scale here, over here. Yes, this is a simple similar scale. So we try again this melody. Ra 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 so here the turnaround was second note, major scale. It was the turnaround was major second note. So different turnarounds, different dramatic uh, creation is created through turnarounds. So let me try again. Da ra 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 da ra 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 So here was C major, A minor, E minor, G major, and again to C major. So A to C to A is sixth related chord, and G is the fifth related chord to C major, and E minor is also third, is third chord. A, C, A. Here C is a whole bar, A minor is also whole bar, but E minor and G is half bar and ending to again to the initial chord C major. So this was about patterns. One thing, the things that you need to remember is the starting chord, the ending chord, and the middle chord. Middle chord might be passing chord or the neighboring chord. There might be accidental chord. Let me take a accidental chord. So here this chord goes accidental. So this is accidental chord. I took here F major, F sharp major chord. So this is a accidental chord. This is a middle chord, F major back to C major. This is called accidental chord because it is not related to the scale C major scale. So this is accidental chord. So again, I'll tell you the same. Repeat my what I was saying. Starting note or starting chords, the middle chords, ending chord. Chords might differ. You might end at the same chord that you have started, or you might end at a different chord that you have started. And middle chords or notes might differ as you wish. And the turnaround may be also very different. But if you are likely to start learn music, try to take the seventh note. You will be familiar how the turnaround may sound. Yes, turnaround sound, turnaround may sound. So taking the major seventh note might be very easy to understand for the beginners. And later on, much more turnaround notes. So I took in previous I took the minor sixth, major seventh, and the major second notes in these three patterns. So try to understand these things, and the scale also that you are going to play. Mm, so if you want to ask any question, you can ask regarding your music base that if you viewers have been learning music, you can ask just by commenting, writing in the comment section. So this was another composed by me. Yes, on the spot composed. I didn't took any vocal harmonization to the chords. So if anyone wants to ask anything about music related topic, you can ask or say anything that you know about music. You can say anything. You can say about what we have been learning. You can even say what others are doing in music that we have watched on Bigo Live. How they are doing, what they do, how they sound, what they are playing. Are they playing the song that we have heard, that you have heard, or are they playing the song that you haven't heard? So I am playing the patterns or melodies that you have never heard. This is my own pattern. So I am playing the melody pattern that we have never heard. But sound is familiar. You may hear sounds, but my composition that you have never heard is I'm playing right now. So let me play again another composition over here. So this was a kind of linear melody. So this kind of pattern I think you haven't heard. It consists both consonant dissonant. Mostly that music you have heard up to now mostly consists consonant sounds. Consonant means good to hear. So let me play another choral melody. So yes, you may think what a odd music. It doesn't sound like music. So this music type of music is called music of attorney. So that it remind to you, this kind of music is called the music of attorney. Jazz music is different. This sound of music is known as music of attorney. Music of attorney means, so you have heard what is music of attorney. So so if you have any questions, you can ask, because I'm going to end my live show right now, because I have already talked about starting chord, ending chord, middle chord, any kind of chord you can take. There are consonant dissonant sound, consonant sound makes dissonant sound, consonant sound also, dissonant sound makes consonant sound also, dissonant sound also. But how to take these consonant, how to take these consonant and dissonant sound to peculiar regarding to vocal taking the chords, or chords taking the vocals. I'll describe on my next live how these notes should be taken, what is the importance of these notes taking in a chordal form, vocal taking to the chordal form, or chords taken to the vocal form. I'll describe in on my later on live show. So today I was on my topic describing or explaining what is how these forms works. These forms works because you need to know about scales. You need to know about how to start a chord and how to end a chord, and what must come between these chords. These starting chord, ending chord, what are neighboring notes or neighboring chords, and passing chords or notes also, you might say, and what are turnaround chords. So if you are listening carefully, point it on your musical thought that I should do this to create music. So these are the points you should take while composing a pattern. You should know consonant dissonant sound, how consonant dissonant sound works, and how the pattern works, and what is the scale. So I described earlier also about consonant dissonant sound briefly, and I thoroughly explained what is a pattern. I introduced the pattern. So I introduced how this pattern works, and yesterday, so I described how these patterns are related. Yes, related. How they are related? They are related because of the starting chords or starting notes that you take, ending chords or ending notes that you take by the vocal, and the mid chords and the mid notes, and the tone down notes. So I was explaining this pattern, how they work regarding my yesterday's topic. So on my next live, will be describing about how these chords and these notes harmonize. Yes, the chords that I took by the guitar, and the notes I take by my vocal, how they harmonize, how they are working together as a consonant and dissonant sound. I'll talk on my next live show. So if you are interested on studying about these relation and explanation of composition of music, you might join me together on tomorrow's live show. So I have also briefly described the previous class I took. So thank you for the patience that we have been on my live and listen to me as I have said. So if you have any question, you can ask. So I'll be saying few words. If you want to ask any question, you can ask. And in this time, I'll be saying something that I want to appreciate if you would do. So the thing that I would appreciate my viewers would do for me is I have a YouTube channel. So YouTube channel, there is a post regarding those YouTube channel. So I would be grateful if you subscribe and comment and like my videos that I posted. Yes, I posted uh, uh, musics that I composed regarding these uh, components that I've said. Everybody understands music in their own way. So I have a journey of 31 years in music field. I play guitar, violin, keyboard, flute, and other percussion instrument also. Right now I don't have percussion instruments, but if I could present a percussion instrument, I would use a clap or a this kind of clapping I could use, because this is also kind of percussion in a presented in a human's body. Yes, it is a percussion presented in a human's body. This is external instrument. This vocal is the internal instrument that I have in my body, and this so-called clapping is my internal uh, uh, body presented percussion that I have given uh, as a human being. Yes, this is what I think about music. External instrument, guitars, keyboards, violins, there are external instruments. The vocal, the clapping that I have is the instrument that I have been given as a human being. But my body is a instrument. Yes, my body is an instrument. My body is a musical instrument. I have vocals. I have hands to clap. Fits can clap. Yes, even fits can clap while dancing. Yes, I am learning dance also by myself. I don't particularly learn this style, but I have my own style of dancing. So related to dancing, there are two forms of dancing: one male form, one female form. So if male form dance are learned by females, their body tends to work as a male male part. So if you dance like a female form of dance form, you will dance like a your body will work like a female form. That is very true. It is a human body psychology that many researchers have argued on, as it is very true. So I think no one is no one is questioning any questions over here. So uh, try to subscribe and like or comment on my YouTube videos. If you have YouTube account, I would appreciate that, and very kind heartedly respect your support if you join my YouTube channel. So here I am giving or describing music that I have sensed or I feel. So I will end my live show right now. So thank you for your patience listening to me. We shall meet again tomorrow. If you want to join, study or know about music, do join me. Thank you. Good day.